One of the great things, according to us, about lemons is that as long as you're not taking things too seriously and you're not a jerk to others, there's no wrong way to do this.
So if you're a person like Mike, the captain of Monkey Paw Racing, who specifically is called our Halloween Meets Gasoline trophy, which goes to the team with the best theme, quote, boring when forced to endure it for too long, we still love having you race with us.
Alright, so Mike and his team is not thrilled with the HMG, but I'm also guessing that they're not running an undecorated BMW or Miata, are they?
Well, we wouldn't be doing a Lemons World on them if they were. You are looking at a 1972 Opel GT stuffed with parts from various Volkswagens and Audis, with the highlight being a 4.2-liter 40-valve Audi V8 mounted in the middle. Mike says it's a 2001.45 model year after assigning years and percentages to all of the constituent parts.
Okay, so a little backstory on Mike's thought process. One of his favorite early Lemons cars was the MR Rolla, which was a twin-engine machine built from the front half of a Toyota Corolla FX16 and the back half of a first-gen MR2.
Bottom line, Mike is an appreciator of fine junkyard engineering that is used to go fast, and Lemons is one of the best places to exercise that kind of philosophy. But he didn't originally set out to build this ridiculous contraption. His first plan was to take a D2 Audi A8 sedan, strip it down, and make it mid-engine.
Yeah, but instead of becoming a mid-engine Lemons car, that A8 wound up being his daily driver. And it wasn't until he later parted out a wrecked Audi S4 to get parts for that A8 that the idea of a mid-engine Audi-powered Lemons car popped back into his mind.
First of all, Mike had previously raced Opel GTs in Lemons for years, so as happens with most Lemons teams, he had an extra shell sitting around, and then he found a 4.2-liter V8 for $200 from a Russian auction flipping operation. Probably best not to ask a lot of questions about that.
How you doing? Is this the illegal chop shop?
Now, Mike had noted that there were a couple of Audi/VW transaxles, especially those from Audi Quattros and some of the 6-speed units from diesel models that were being used in mid-engine kit cars because they were somewhat available and they could handle high torque. So Mike started shopping for one of those, only to find that the kit car builders had apparently driven the secondhand market for those transaxles sky high.
These prices are insane!
Being a prudent Lemons person, Mike did the smart thing. Well, smart-ish. Bolt in the similar, cheaper, and much lighter-duty 5-speed transaxle from a Passat. As he says, it's rated for half the torque of our engine, but it hasn't broken yet.
Now, speaking of that 4.2 Audi V8 engine, this team had to employ a standalone ECU to get everything to run, and even then, some of the original features of this motor, variable valve timing, variable length intake runners, those aren't hooked up. In some applications, these engines can spin to over 8,000 RPM, but with this particular tune, or lack thereof, this one is limited to 6,000. So, Mike estimates that instead of the factory horsepower of 335, this one's probably down in the mid-200s, which is perfectly okay with him.
After observing that while plenty of Lemons cars are screaming at redline coming out of corners on practice day, for a little while, the cars that actually win Lemons races seem to hang out somewhere in the middle of the rev range for the entire event. So with plenty of torque under the curve at medium engine speeds, slightly less than optimal tuning is probably what you actually need to keep an Audi V8 alive.
Joining the Audi V8 and Passat transmission are the front suspension, rear suspension, and brakes from that same donor Audi S4, a couple of sets of wheels, got a BBS set and a Sparco set, and there's various bits and pieces from other cars to bring the whole thing together.
As we mentioned, the model year is a 2001.45 with 15% of the car from 1972, 10% from 2002, 60% from 2005, and the remaining 10% from when they bought a bunch of random stuff at Menards in 2022. In its second race, just in its second race, it won Class C, finishing 19th overall. That earned it a promotion to Class B, and then the team turned around a few months later and won Class B at their next race, finishing 4th overall with this thing.
Mike has a few parting words following those impressive accomplishments, and I quote, "I like fast cars that someone got together by seeing through all the bullshit and putting cheap parts together in a way no one had thought of. I like the schadenfreude of seeing a pile of junk run faster than the shiny new status symbol. What I love about Lemons is that all of us who worship the temple of Hephaestus, all those who can build and tinker, all the people who can take an old jalopy and make it run, have a place to express ourselves. I built what I built to go fast with junk, to try my hand at seeing through the bullshit of modern life, and to see if I couldn't reach into the waste heaps of late-stage capitalism and pull out something that, when reformed in my old tool shed, isn't a piece of
Well, you know what? It isn't.
Every second you don't subscribe or watch one of these videos, another Vega is sent to the crusher. Won't you help us save Classic?